he's a fan of the show, so really everything is fan fiction. It's all just stories.
Yeah.
It's all just journeys that these characters take, and the show does one thing with the characters, and if people who are immersed in that world want to explore on their own where the characters could go in a different situation, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's flattering to say the least that you guys spend hours on creating art from our characters or our personas or whatever you want to call it. Now, I have read some of the fan fiction. You guys are extremely creative and absolutely filthy, and I approve all of it. I think it's great. I think it's hilarious. I've read some interesting ones.
Yeah, I've seen some interesting pictures. There's some art that was done where you and Jared and I were involved in a 3D picture. And I had the bad side of the sandwich. You know.
Did we leave you holding the basket?
Yeah, so to speak.
Good for us. Thank you for your question. You.
Hi, I'm Brian. I'm from Puerto Rico, but I have a question for Richard. Okay. So in the scene in season 13 where you and Rowena were checking each other out, I was wondering what your reaction was to that when you read the scene, and whether or not you found it awkward with Ruth.
I'm sorry, I missed some of that. So I remember the scene, we did the scene with Ruth, and we were checking each other out, and then what was your question?
What was your reaction, and whether or not you felt uncomfortable after the scene?
No. We were actually caught when we were checking each other out. Which part?
Yeah, he's like, did it make you feel awkward to do that with Ruth? But
No.
what was your reaction to
No, not at all. In fact, it was really fun. Phil Sagrisha directed that episode, and you know those thoughts that are playing in our head while we're looking at each other? We were making those up. Those are not scripted. Phil just had the camera. He'd go, all right, so camera, you're going to film Ruth, and Richard, you just talk. And then he did the reverse. And so all those things I thought turned out really funny. It's not awkward. There's nothing that's really awkward in those situations because it's a crew full of people that you know and an actress that you know. And I mean, if it comes off awkward on screen, good, because that's our job. But it's just another scene with another that you're trying to get the moments right, and the beats right, and the comedy right, and the intentions right. So, you know, and it was the only time I've ever worked with Ruth on screen, that brief episode. It was super fun to finally be able to work with her, because she's so great. And I love her character, and love her as a person. So that, for me, it was all fun, no awkward. Thank you. Thanks for watching the show, by the way.
So hey, we just got the 5-minute from Liz. Should we power and do the old school real quick through these last couple of people?
Let's do it.
Yeah? All right. Yes, question.
I was wondering what would Chuck and Gabriel's interaction be if they ever reunited?
It'd be very, very friendly because we're really father and son. Go. Go.
So when God was talking to Benedict about why he didn't interfere, the chapter about I don't interfere and why you should be thankful, why is that?
Big one, big.
Well, because he's God, and so whatever he says goes.
Next question.
Matt, what are your thoughts on Psycho Mike being brought back from the cage somehow, and would you accept coming back as his vessel again?
Absolutely.
As your character, what's one thing you always wanted them to do?
My character?
Yeah.
Bake. Robbie?
World peace.
Come back to the show.
My question is for the amazing Matt Cohen. If you could, what is your favorite moments with Jared, Jensen, and Misha that were awkward, funny, both?
I hate all of the moments I've ever shared with him. Thank you for your question.
So Supernatural has a lot of twists and turns, so in relation to your character, what twist surprised you the most?
I'm shocked how often they find ways to kill me, right?
At the end of season 5, when I found out that I was actually God.
Rob, Matt?
When I found out I was Michael, thank you.
This question is for Rob. When you read the script for Don't Call Me Shortly, did you have a sending moment? Because even though we knew Chuck was God, it was never formally said.
Yeah, like what was that moment like when I found out?
Did you get it, Robbie?
Yeah, and Don't Call Me Shirley, what was that moment? even though it wasn't said that I was God. Yeah, I mean, I found out at the end of season 5 that I was God, but I was kind of supposed to not talk about it because he wanted the fans to have their own interpretation of that, and Cricky did. So then with Don't Call Me Shirley, I got to come out about the fact that I was God, and so I thought that was
Bless you.
pretty cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my question's for Rob. I was wondering what's your favorite memory with the band?
Hey, remember the band,
I
Robbie?
remember the band, man. So many good memories. It'd probably have to be the road trips. We've taken some road trips. We drove up to San Francisco, played a gig. One time we drove to Mammoth Lakes and played a gig. So it's always fun just to travel with those guys and then watch our relationships slowly come apart.
You!
Alright, I've only asked this to one other person at these conventions, and I'm asking to all 3 of you. When you put on socks, do you put them on before you put your pants on or after?
After my shoes. You.
After my pants.
I don't wear socks.
If you guys could put your characters in any other show, what show would you put them in?
Judge Judy. I'd like to fight it out with Robbie on Judge Judy.
Oh, that's good.
Get it handled by a professional. Robbie?
Game of Thrones. I just feel like God's power would be best used in that universe.
Michael would definitely work at the strip club in Ozarks, managed by Ruth.
So true. All right, you.
How did Loud and Speight start?
We about at the end, like 1997, 1998, we knew each other through college friends, and we started just getting together and playing cover songs for each other, and then we slowly started writing songs. And then Norton was introduced to us, and he played the drums. And as soon as we added a drummer, it was a band. And at that point, it was me and Mike and Steve and a different guitar player who eventually dropped out. It was just the 3 of us for a bit. And then in like 2004, we found Billy, who was playing in another band that broke up, and they were opening up for us at a lot of gigs, and we were thrilled because he called us and was like, "Do you guys want another guitar player?" And we just thought he was so great. So. Yeah, and then when he joined the band, Really Loud and Speight became what it is now.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome.
By the way, I think they lied and we had 5 minutes left.
What do you mean?
I mean, there's no band, and we've rushed through all these people.
I could
We got jerked around.
come out. Maybe she was waving at me.
We got jerked around. All right, you.
My question's for Richard.
Oh, they're there.
Oh, they're there.
What was your favorite moment as Gabriel?
My favorite moment is Gabriel. This is kind of a selfish moment, I suppose, but I really enjoyed being able to have Gabriel fight Loki. I thought that was a really cool moment, and from a professional standpoint, it was fun playing 2 characters and getting to direct that as well was a pretty cool thing for me. So I'm going to go with that. What was your favorite moment?
I'd probably say that across Erotica.
Casaronica. You makes. Well done.
My favorite moment was when his mouth was sunshine.
Oh, man! I'm right here!
When we come out to play other people off, people are like, boo, because they don't want to get
The name of that.
cheered. It's finally over!
Alright, well, they're on stage. I mean, it's time to do the song.
Ladies and gentlemen,
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Matthew. Happy birthday to you.
And then the asshole